Today we're going to talk about fashion and why fashion is so important. I mean, obviously I don't know, but why do people care so much? Is everybody just desperate to get laid? Are we still teenagers? Are we stupid? What is so important about the vagaries of clothing? I mean, we need protection from the elements, of course, but why in any given culture do we prefer certain styles? Why do we like to keep up with fashion? Why is colour, especially, so important? Maybe it's because permanently colouring clothing is so difficult to achieve. Dyes and mordants, and mordant is the chemical we use to fix a dye in a fabric to prevent it from washing out, became very valuable in the ancient and dark ages. And because the manufacture of both dyes and mordants are typically intensively time and resource consuming, brightly coloured clothing became a sign of prosperity, a status symbol. Purple, for example, became the colour of kings because purple dye was made from the putrefying mucus of sea snails, first discovered in the Eastern Mediterranean, and was incredibly labour intensive to collect and extract. Almost fell over them. It took 10,000 shellfish to produce a single gram of dye. According to the historian Beatrice Cassou, I can't pronounce this, according to this historian Beatrice Cassou, at one point it was worth triple its weight in gold. In modern money that's about $20,000 a pound. The Phoenicians in the ancient world became powerful precisely because of their control of this trade. And status in superficial hierarchical societies, like the ones we grew up in, means everything. So the way we colour clothes became one of the most important industries in our society. Jesus, we're shallow. But it is what it is, and shallowness aside, one of the best mordants is called alum, and one of the most productive alum mines in the 17th and 18th centuries was located here at Ravenscar, on the northeast coast of Yorkshire. The ruins of the 17th century alum processing buildings sit a ways down the slope from the despoiled cliff face, where men chemically extracted the alum before packing it by mule and pony down the cliffs to the beach. They even carved a harbour from the solid stone shore so they could dock their boats. This huge slot birthed Whitby colliers, the same sturdy, flat-bottomed ships used by Captain Cook, who grew up about a day's walk from here, to explore the far sides of the world. The flat keel meant they could be beached for loading the processed alum and unloading barrels of piss used in the chemical processing from as far afield as London, and coal for the furnaces, and seaweed from the Orkneys, which were a rich source of potassium also used in the process. This means that this unassuming but rugged stretch of coast was largely responsible for the European discovery of Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii and the Northwest Passage. The alum was also similarly instrumental in kick-starting the Industrial Revolution and the hunger for empire.